Alright, let's start with some bacon. 3 strips will do nicely. Next, let's get the asparagus ready. Trim off the bottoms, oil lightly, and season with salt and pepper to taste. Now we'll move on to the Brussels sprouts. Make a tray out of foil, add in some IPA style beer and some butter. Next, add in the Brussels sprouts and season with salt and pepper to taste. Next up is our backstraps. Be sure the meat is at room temperature, not refrigerator cold. Trim off any excess fat or connective tissue and then season liberally with salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Don't worry about the room temperature thing. The salt will inhibit bacteria. The bacon looks done, so let's chop it up and add it to those Brussels sprouts. Now, let's head outside and start our charcoal. Using a chimney, fill to the top with hardwood lump charcoal. Use paper to ignite and then let it burn. When you see the coals at the top of the chimney turn white on the edges, you're ready for the grill. Place the coals in the back half only so that you create a direct heat source and an indirect heat source. Now it's time to get those Brussels sprouts cooking. 3 to 4 minutes on that direct heat. After 4 minutes, move the Brussels sprouts off the direct heat to the indirect side so that you have room for the backstraps. Cook the backstraps on direct heat for 2 minutes aside. Please do not poke at the meat. After searing both sides for 2 minutes each, move them off the direct heat as well. Put the lid down and cook for 2 more minutes. Now, carefully move everything to the high rack. Remove the cooking grate and throw in some additional charcoal. This will create some more smoke and keep the temperature going where you want it. Placing the grate back on, leave the straps on the top rack and move the Brussels to the front. Place a patio brick or similar object at the front of the grill and close the lid. This will allow the right amount of airflow to the coals. Cook like this for 2 more minutes. After 2 minutes, flip the straps and then add the asparagus to the indirect heat end of the grill. Cover the lid and cook for 3 minutes. Now, let's give those straps a turn and move the vegetables back on the direct heat. We'll also add back in the patio brick and cook for 2 minutes. Now carefully move the asparagus and the sprouts back to the indirect heat side and cook for 2 more minutes with the lid shut. At this point you can remove the vegetables. They are done. But let's give those straps 2 more minutes on the high rack. Now that the straps are done, plate without foil and allow them to rest. While the meat is resting for a few moments, start placing the vegetables on the plates for serving. Now you can gently carve the straps into medallion-sized pieces. This recipe is for medium rare, which is how I feel wild game should be served. If you want it more done than this, add 2 to 3 more minutes at the end of the cooking cycle. I do not recommend going past medium though, as the meat will just be too dry since it is so lean. Additionally, you can make a gravy out of the IPA butter to top the straps.